Greetings everyone, and great here. Another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the left side as the blue Spanish, we have Sir Young Marshal. Spawn on the right side as the red Incans, we have ShadowDaemoe. Daemo. And I noticed as well, again, I do not know why it does this. I should really do this beforehand. When it comes to natives on the map, there is the Sudanese, which does give you access to the Sudanese dervish, and if you research the Sudanese local forces for dirt cheap, you get access to mercenaries. It's an all horsemen. I know off the top of my head, they're basically 1,000 health hussars. And there's both of them there. So only the Sudanese. So the other ones are Sudanese Harkura system, give you access to cheaper farms, estates, mills, and rice paddies, and build faster. Sudanese coated armor, giving cavalry and shock infantry more armor, and 2 red seed wagons. Construct most buildings. This research can maybe be researched 2 times. It has been researched 0 times. If America as well, the second time research is like something stupidly expensive, like 1,000. Huh, the explorer has a star in the bottom. Hope he will be fighting the crocodile on the water. Not really a good idea, but lord.agion is here to help him out. You know, Gazelle, being in the water is not great. There's some alligators and crocodiles that want to eat you in there. Or worse off, hunting badgers. He looks like the Spanish player doesn't believe he can be against Incans. One of the better units to fight against Incans probably would be the Lancer. And we do have shipments now available. He has villagers Yucatan, capitalism, villagers, wood coin, Rodialos, hand cavalry attack, Reconquista, royal decree to claim the new world, House of Taj Masrisa, Irish brigadiers, wood, marvelous year, Viceroy New Spain, Rodialos, Hussars, Lancers, Falconets, Refrigeration, Spanish Gold, Iron Armored Pistoliers, Heavy Cannons, Factory, and Factory. For the Incans, we do have, looks like a couple cards I don't recognize. Villagers, a llama lifestyle, doubles the effectiveness of llamas in the community plaza. This card can be sent one. It increases their worker weight to 0.5. Like I said, we'll go from 0.25 to 0.5. Doesn't like one llama for like 1 wood per second. That could be pretty good. American allies, villagers, infant wood, Shimu runners, jungle bowmen, puree, range infantry attack, range infantry hit points, Warhut Travis, which also does increase hit points of Warhuts by 50%. Amira support, Chica's Brewing, villagers wood, melee infantry combat, bullets warriors, Horokas, Chimu support, Tramarka support, Machu Pikachu, road building, now building, a building, couriers, not couriers, couriers, blah. And Chak Payoya support, and the terrace farming. Yes, I'm very good at pronouncing everything right. We got the Elder not being plotted out. Over here we do have the Governor. Governor gives out like 1 outpost, right? I always forget the names. There's Outpost Wagon. Looks like they paused. But more importantly, resumed. Three hippos for 190 experience. Each hippo provides 24 experience. We do have this hyena going down. is a dog eat dog world. Chasqui. This one here improves Irish Brigadiers. And sends 7 Chakris and also greatly improves them in combat. Increase the build limit of Chakris. Level 7, increase build limit to 15, adds 9 damage to all damage, so it makes them a bit more reasonable, plus 50% hit points, which makes them a bit more reasonable. And when they act as spies as well. Hippos now engaged. One hippo does go down, has 2 Chikwas here to support him. You know, hippos are one of the biggest killers of humans in the world. They'll only be really outdone by the Nile crocodiles and alligators. One of the few animals in the world that purposely hunt humans for food. We do not have a war hut going on up. We do have a Contra house here. He is going heavy in the Contra houses to get that food generation. Gotta be careful not to go too heavy or else your opponent could exploit it. With these Iron Eco up, you're going to Sergeant at Arms. Outposts deployed in the center map, starting to gun down some of the Chikwas. They are classified as shock infantry, which means they get bonus damage from the from the outpost, but they're not classified as shock, hand shock, or range shock. I'm pretty sure they're just classified as shock. What a shock. Let's see. Let me see if I am correct. Just want to make sure I am. And infantry, shock infantry, but not hand shock infantry. Which I'm pretty sure it's its own little categorization. He's been building Shimi runners, so we can take a look at them as a comparison, since that is a shock infantry. Trying to pull out proxy barracks, so got a decent force push forward, a good number of plume spearmen that do have good siege attack. Villager may go down. Villager's getting hit. Doggo engaging as well. Villager goes down. Dog gets put down. And now the explorer's trying to fall him back. Barracks is receiving private damage there, does cancel it. And he does apply out some more doggos. Dogs are not half bad in combat. They do 18 damage, have decent health. Of course, plume spearmen do have melee resist. But the dog deployment there does let him win that fight. Jungle bowmen do not do bonus damage versus dogs because they are classified as not light infantry nor heavy infantry. They're just classified as infantry and good boys. Actually, they're not even classified as infantry. They're hand infantry, but not even classified as infantry. Huh. So we got Borcacho, we got Borcacho, and Pablo. So we got a 2-pair. We got a decent number of pikemen now employed on the field. Was that from a shipment? He has aged up. Does not appear he got that from a shipment. He does get Spanish gold. He may want to eye for vice royalties in New Spain. A lot of good cards here. Falconets wouldn't be half bad either. Opponent has not aged up. Going for some Chimi runners. Then we can take a look, see if they have a unique tag of hand shock infantry, which I'm pretty sure they do. Boom spearmen. Oh, let's see. Chimi runner. Hand infantry, shock infantry. Okay, so the hand shock infantry is a combination of 2 tags, probably then. So that would be my mistake. Enemy runners now advance along the flanks. They're trying to deploy out a artillery foundry in the center of the map. The achievement runners can get some good hits over here. Got quite a bit of shipment of resources. Advantage treasure, gold, and wood. Going for some musketeers. Musketeers will do bonus damage versus the shock infantry, at least in melee. The guns will shoot them. They do have a bit of range resist. 10%'s not a whole lot though. 2 falconets now being employed on out. Now he's going for a shipment of falconets, so he's going to soon have 4 falconets on the field. He actually have a large amount of resources. He should be able to afford more falconets. 2 villagers do get sniped, very nice. Nothing in the area to stop the Chimi runners. He has access to militia, right? Multiple villagers getting hits, down to 25. 24, his one's at 33, and has all the contra houses for resources as well. Now he has 4 falconets that can put some holes in his opponent. And we do have the messenger now being pulled on out. Nothing being pulled up by the Spanish. He has a large amount of gold. Is he eyeing for a mercenary? That's a little bit more than for a mercenary. Starting to make some way his advance. Falconets getting some good damage here. More falconets, which will be very useful. Needs more guys on board to get out more falconets. The musketeers do go down. Falconets making their advance. He does have vision of them because he's right next to all these structures. Now the warhead's starting to see some massive damage. Going for some skirmishers now as well. Finds a good volley on the villagers. Chimera does come out. Or actually that was more of these guys, the Hurlcuss, which are a anti-infantry unit. They do siege damage, so basically a grenadier or Alvis gun variant. 23 range, so it's pretty good range. Chimmy runners now push away forward and over on the falconets. He needs to hit those Chimmy runners. More falconets on the field. Chimmy runners do take out 1 falconet. Oh, the rest of these guys go down as well by the Hurlcuss, I believe it was. Now push away forward, gets good volley there onto them. Another falconet does go down. Musketeers slowly being whittled down by the poison shots. The poison doesn't kill them, just severely wounds them. Now we've got some lancers on the field. They are hard to counter the infantry. Now trying to overrun the bowmen now. The rest of these plume swingers starting to be gunned down as well. No, get a volley there on this lancer. Damage over time is not too significant. Lancers engaging the war chief as well. Oh, and there's a big reinforcement wave just come forward. That must have been some big buttons. That could have been... Nope, that had been all from the April Wars, so that may have been a shipment and a big button, I think. Spanish player's not looking all too good at the moment. He's going for Marvel Seer now. Does get 4 more falconets. The Bolas Warriors, let's see if we go back to them. Oh no, it was the Hurlcuss ones that had the siege damage, right? Bolas Warriors, they do bonus, so they're a Dragoon variant, so they're range shock. No, heavy infantry, but their damage multiplier suggests they are a Dragoon variant. Or no, they're a skirmisher variant. That's what I'm thinking. But they do bonus damage cavalry and hand shock. So they're mixed. They're a heavy Dragoon. Not a. They're not range shock, but they're huh. Weird. You bonus damage versus range shock, hand shock. This is a weird unit. It's just simply not an anti-infantry unit. That's just let it put it that way. Anti-mobility unit. We've got good amount of forces here. He has an army of 39. His bonus turn forward of 32 with 4 falconets. He does have a number of rodialos to engage the Chimi runners. In fact, over on the jungle bowman potentially. More falconets on the build queue. He has plenty of gold and wood. He can get another 2 more falconets for build queue. Sieging down this town center. Rodialos don't have good siege attack, so they're more similar to coyote runners in that aspect, while being heavy. I honestly think Rodialos should be reworked as a shock unit. Costs have their siege damage there. They're of course like a Avis gun or Grenadier variant. Hard for me to really classify them honestly. Falconets push way forward. The town center has gone down. If he takes out this army, it won't mean the end of the game, but will allow his Falconets to take down some of this other infrastructure. As an armor 24 here, Falconets find a massive volley there. Royale is having trouble engaging. I think he's trying to destroy stuff and force his armor to engage him. Going for 4 more villages. He has built a second town center. He's actually to have 2 more town centers down here, or 1 and 1 being built. The Drama Llama is now escaping away from the community plaza. This hits there. Massive volley on those units. Ooh boy. He just lost all of them a little bit needlessly. He must really hate falconets at this point. Plaza has gone down. Hussars now been pulling out, which will be useful to help engage jungle bowmen. This is an army entirely composed of jungle bowmen, which the Hussars will be good versus them, as well as falconets. You got the noble hut here, the Kalanka. Oh, I butchered that name like I do with any other name. Now, surprisingly enough, these bolus wars will actually counted by Rodialos as they are classified as heavy. I'm going to try and get some shots on in. Falconets, however, finding some retaliation damage. Got some more musketeers now pulling on the field. Going for more plumed spearmen. More musketeers in return. Gets good volley into these guys. If Rodialos find an angle to engage these villagers, that'd be great. Though there is some more huts down here from the escape into. He has plenty of resources, almost enough to age up. "34 villagers versus 58. Villagers engaging very cost effectively with his falconets. More musketeers now push on forward. Good damage there. He is now pop capped. He does have a number of units on the build queue, as well as one last shipment. He may just need to take this army and push forward. His army is 72. His opponent has army of 43. He's going to have to force engage. He's not going to get another opportunity. This is his best opportunity. We're pushing way forward. The Chimeras need to overrun the Falconets. Falconets just need to find some good shots on in. Getting overran there. Falconets do get overran. Musketeers just firing away. All the Falconets have gone down. Hussars engaging. It's actually not looking good for the Incans. The Musketeers just generally being good in this situation. The War Chief is already go down as well. War Chief has gone down. The Explorer is still alive and looks like he has withstand the assault. It's going to age up now to the Cavalry Marshal. That may give him some free Hussars going for more Jungle Bowmen. Protocosts are the anti-infantry tool, so they will do, and they do less damage as cavalry. Going for some more plumed spearmen out of these war huts. He does have, needs more food. Bring out some more plumed spearmen. Musketeers now engaging the jungle bowmen. Does take them out. War huts still providing some good fire support throughout all of this. And some of these villagers are starting to get gunned down. He does have 55, which is a good number. His opponent's at 37. He has 2 shipments available. He may be eyeing for the factories. I would be half tempted to go for something and perhaps save up the armored pistoliers. Jungle bowmen are engaging. And blue's trying to fall back. So has 2 sound sensors here. And infinite production of heavy cannons will be actually quite effective. Those falconets were good. Heavy cannons will be a little bit better. Now it does get the shipment of lancers from that. Now going for more lancers as well. Transitioning to mass lancers could be very effective. Going for guard musketeers. And now he's bringing his 2 factories. He does have 500 wood. He can take his explorer and build another town center, or maybe a trade post. There's more villagers over here. He has a good amount of resources stored on up. He maybe I have to advance next age himself. Siege attacks maximum range and siege armor, so this won't really win fights versus other units. It's meant more of a trying to push into a base. This doesn't seem that critical of an upgrade to me, or of a shipment. Machu Pikachu probably would be handy. That's an old joke between me and my buddy when we play Civilization 5 all the time. Another town center way up here. We have a lot of jokes between each other. Seeing how I go for the Eiffel Tower before I get steel research, so I'm assuming I build the Eiffel Tower out of aluminum. Community Plaza not going on up. The llama can go ahead and be a drama llama in the Community Plaza. Range infantry attack, no, does cancel that shipment. He's probably going to eye for this shipment there. He's out of... He can bring in a handful of other units here, but nothing too important. Now let's bring in Priestess, but of course he needs more units on top of the Community Plaza. The llama will need more assistance. Or no, the llama's not assisting the villagers. Like I said, drama. There are gold deposits here, which the red player is both claiming them. We have a factory on the field, and he is going for heavy cannon. I like heavy cannons. Villagers here. Villagers here. No, yes, I'm talking. Maybe he just got the age up, so maybe that's what he's going on. Gotcha houses right now are providing nearly 1 food per second, so they're basically providing a full village's worth of food and a constant production. And he may spot some of the villagers right now. If he's able to pick off some of these villagers, that'd be quite good. Blue's now push way forward to some villagers over in this region as well, trying to claim the wildlife. And this could be a pretty big loss. There is a good number of villagers in this region. Appears to be 25. We got a force advancing way forward. There's a number of guard musketeers. Heavy cannon fires a good shot there. We do have a decent force of 48 units versus 36, but the cannon will make his opponent rethink all this. He may win the fight, but won't be a good win. He's trying to hit down the heavy cannon now. Heavy cannons have a bit more health than falconets. Does take out most of those hurricanes, which are the anti-infantry tool, and now they're down to 1. All this now being torched down. Got various champion upgrades now being deployed on out. More heavy cannons now being deployed. He also brought for a shipment of ×2 heavy cannons, so he has 2 on the field and soon to be 3 and 4. Make that 4 right now. He lost all of his counter units to the heavy cannons with 1. Now there's 4 of them. Gonna take time to take out the villagers. Heavy cannons obliterating the town center now. Got this force advancing forward. The pikemen will spot all of this. 47 villagers versus 62. Pikemen are drawn to fire there. The pikemen are relatively expendable at this point in time. They're unupgraded. We do have 10 siege armor. Nothing too significant. This did provide them 10 siege armor, but heavy cannons damage output's probably just too high for them. They have, what, 200 base damage? Some... Yeah. 10% siege armor will not stop the heavy cannons from one-shotting them. Because 10% of 200 is 20, and that'd be 180 damage exactly. And I can't remember if the heavy cannon does do multipliers versus infantry. I think it does as well. So that siege armor is irrelevant at this moment in time. Like just more villager skew there. More heavy cannon. He has 6 heavy cannon. He could revolt. It's 50 something. If he's trying to close out the game, maybe a revolt will be in order. He has a large amount of resources stockpiled up. Is he eyeing for Imperial Age? Church going on up. He does not have the church shipment in. More musketeers. Looks like that may have been a big button there. $70 villagers versus 52, and plus not to mention all the contra houses, which he does have all 12 on the field. So let's just assume that's going to be 82 villagers without consuming any population cap on the field of larger army. The villager does go down there. Siege range of 31 is actually not half bad. So maybe I was mistaken somewhat about that one, but not entirely. Now going for the Viceroy of New Spain. He can throw 40 villagers onto them and get something out, like the heavy musketeers. Or maybe with some more villagers. He has 8 heavy cannon here. This game could go either way. The hurdle cost, as I mentioned beforehand, the range stack is 24. The heavy cannon should have, what, 26 or 28 range? He does have a good number of lancers in the field. Lancers would generally be good. They should feel fine against the plumed spearmen as well. Now switching way forward, the heavy cannon was a little exposed. Now he needs to engage. Heavy cannon setting on up. Firing off volleys now. Plume Spearman out of position there. Musketeers firing away against everything. War Chief ate the heavy cannon shots there, which is not good for the Spanish. These units are very stacked up. 4 heavy cannons remain. 3 heavy cannons remain. This was a bad engagement overall for the Spanish, but the heavy cannons, what remains of them, are doing some good numbers on Plume Spearmen. The Lancers now trying to engage onto these units. As Lancers get on these back lines, they can rip them apart. And it looks like all the heavy cannon has gone down. They still have a number of musketeers and lancers on the field. The lancers finish off everything here, and nothing can stop the lancers at the moment. The heavy cannons were just enough. And of course, he has more on the build queue. He may have 1 or 2 back here. He does have 2 back here. Now he's trying to push forward, trying to torch down some of the stuff. Yeah, 2 heavy cannon there. There's the haciendas. He has a good number of mills and estates in the background. The lancers just held in reserve at the moment. We got mostly plumed spearmen here, as well as a handful of the macemen, a powerful melee unit. They do have a good AoE attack as well. Lancers maybe on to with more villagers. Now we got some more heavy cannons now pulled on out. Getting some good damage here. Macemen, they do take 2 population, 100 resources. And he does have the increased damage buff. His forces are a little bit, some of it's a little bit idle. He's starting to regroup now. Heavy cannons can rip apart this force here. He can send the lancers against the plume spearmen. They do bonus damage to them. They hard counter each other. Guard soldados improvement there, so he's trying to get out some soldados from the haciendas. Heavy cannons push way forward. Got a handful of elite chimney runners trying to overrun the heavy cannons. A couple units can shoot them down, but they have connect when the heavy cannons do go down. More musketeers being reinforced. Now the heavy cannon is still alive and will stay up. Yeah. Times 3 versus infantry, so we'll annihilate infantry. A couple more heavy cannons now being pulled on the field. It's trying to push forward. Now hitting the villagers in the back line. Heavy cannons just start shooting buildings. It's going trying to pull out more runners, more plume spearmen. The Lancer is getting some great hits on the villagers. He's down to 64 villagers, down to 88 population versus 143. With 2 shipments available. Just deploy out anything, I would say. The Armored Pistoliers and the Irish Brigadiers can be a good item at this moment. Bring in the Youngton. Musketeers not getting hit by some of the plume spearmen in melee. I do have some guard soldados, which are a very powerful musketeer. Musketeer with 2 population, with the stats of 2 musketeers. More plume spearmen pulling on field, getting some good damage on these forces. He has 4 heavy cannon right here. Has another shipment available. Maybe a good idea to build the church shipments. And if he stores up a large number of shipments, he could try a revolt. And it looks like red does cast some GG. Power of Cannon. And that is the end of the replay. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.